A few years ago, I was in a really dark place. I was addicted to all sorts of things of porn, junk food, cannabis, you name it. Every day was a struggle just to get through without using something to numb out or distract myself. I felt like I had no control over my life and was just spinning my wheels, going nowhere. Are you tired of feeling controlled by addictions like porn, social media, junk food, or substances? Sick of not being your best self because some external thing has a hold on you? Well, let me tell you, I've been there, trapped in cycles of dependence that I thought I'd never escape. But I did it. Through practices like celibacy and focusing on my spiritual growth, I broke free from all my addictions and have never felt better. So if you want to know how I did it and get some inspiration and tips for your own journey to independence, make sure to watch this entire video, because this is very important for your semen retention journey. It started out small, like most addictions do. I'd watch a little porn here and there when I was bored or stressed. Then it became a daily habit that I convinced myself was normal. I'd eat fast food whenever I wanted a quick fix. On weekends, I'd smoke weed all day long to relax and zone out. Before I knew it, these substances were dictating my schedule and mood. The worst part was that I didn't even see it as an issue at first. Our culture tells us that stuff like weed or casual porn use is no big deal. And a lot of people I knew were also into vices of some kind, whether it was drinking, partying, screens, you name it. So I thought it was just part of life and everyone coped that way. But deep down, I knew something wasn't right. I constantly felt drained, unmotivated, and just not myself. My relationships were suffering because I was never fully present. And my productivity had hit rock bottom. I could barely even focus to do simple tasks without a distraction. Everything just felt like a huge struggle. It got to a point where I realized I needed help. As much as I tried to quit or cut back on my own, I just couldn't overcome those addictive patterns. I knew I was stuck in a cycle, and something had to change. So I made the decision to reach out to others who had overcome addiction themselves. I started talking to people who had been clean and sober for years. They had a peace and freedom about them that really inspired me. When I opened up about my struggles, they were so understanding and supportive. They told me their stories of addiction and how they finally broke free through discipline, spirituality, and community. Hearing that gave me hope that change was possible. So I decided to fully commit myself to the journey of overcoming my vices and becoming truly free. The first major step was taking a celibacy vow, which meant no pornography, masturbation, or casual sex. This was huge for me because my porn addiction ran so deep. Going celibate wasn't easy at first. The urges were intense and my old habits died hard. But I surrounded myself with positivity and distractions like exercise, spending time in nature, creative projects, and helping others. And most importantly, I worked on developing self-control through meditation and spiritual practices. I started to realize that true freedom comes from within, not outside substances. Life has ups and downs naturally, but I didn't need to rely on things to feel good or cope. Also, wisdom began to show me how all addictions are essentially the same. It's giving external things power over our internal state. As the months went on, celibacy got significantly easier. The cravings faded and I found new joy in simple pleasures. My relationships flourished as I learned to be fully present. My productivity soared without constant mental fog or distractions. And best of all, I felt truly free from compulsion and dependence for the first time. My body, mind, and spirit just thrived. It's now been over 2 years since I consciously wasted my seed through any impure acts or content. Cannabis use has also dropped way down to only rare, intentional occasions, if at all. I essentially overcame all of my major addictions through this journey. And honestly, going celibate played the biggest role in my freedom and development. Now don't get me wrong, it wasn't always easy peasy after the initial commitment. Old habits and thought patterns still pop up sometimes trying to pull me back. There were also periods of flatline or inner work that tested my resolve. But staying true to celibacy and feeding my spirit has kept me winning the daily battles. Plus, having supportive community and accountability partners along the way made a world of difference. It's so helpful to share the struggles with others who get it and lift you up. No one needs to do this alone. We're all in it together to better ourselves and our world. Reach out for help if you ever need it. Looking back now, I'm just deeply grateful for this journey. I've grown so much as a person by overcoming those addictions through celibacy. My confidence and clarity are at an all-time high. I feel truly free from dependence on any substance or compulsion. And I have this inner peace that addiction could never provide. For anyone still struggling, I want to say, freedom is possible. It may not be easy, but with dedication to discipline and your highest self, you can overcome. Develop self-control habits daily through meditation, exercise, healthy routines. Feed your spirit through creative expression, acts of service, immersing in nature. And don't go it alone. Reach out for accountability and community support whenever you need extra strength. Just take it one day at a time and keep moving forward, even through the tough moments. Wisdom will help you realize your power over your habits and internal state. And over time, that dependence will fade as your true self shines through. You've totally got this. The reward of independence is worth all the effort. I hope this story gives you inspiration and motivation on your path to freedom from addiction, whatever that may look like for you. Feel free to reach out if you ever need encouragement or just someone to talk to. And keep shining your light. You're so much more than any substance or compulsion could give you. Focus on feeding your spirit and watch your life transform before your eyes. Much love to you all.
If you seriously want a deeper understanding of what we are, this book will explain so much to you. I can't even begin to express how deep this book goes and what it will do for you. You have to understand that the truth lies between all the religions, and this book literally explains all of that. It's literally 121 pages, and it just goes over all of it. It's just, man, I'm still going through it, and I can't even express to you the amount of information that is in this.